Hello Leo, welcome to my channel. This is Victoria at Radiant Moon Tarot, and this is your September 2021 career and finance reading. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to you. If you are returning, welcome back. I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you. Just a reminder, this is a general reading, so not all the messages that come out will be for everybody. Take what resonates with your situation and leave the rest behind. If you enjoy the readings that I post, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you never miss whenever I update my channel. So let's see what we've got for you guys for the month of September. I almost said July. Interesting. All right, maybe some of you have started some manifestation magic in July or started the ball rolling on something. But the beginning of September, we start off the month pretty much with a new moon in Virgo. And this is a very lucky, very fortunate new moon. We've got a lot of planets that are in alignment. Well, not actually in alignment. They're more in a trine. Linking arms, if you will. All right. And this is led by Uranus energy. So the planet of sudden changes brought in with some Aquarian rebellion energy in there. So this is a time of transformation. This is a time of luck, abundance, opportunities, time to achieve your goals, achieve your dreams. Now, the interesting part with your energy, all right, Leo, in August, we actually had the new moon in Leo, which sparked off a pairing there with the Lionsgate portal. And it was strongest on that day. It was August 8th. All right, so it was a very powerful day, and especially for you guys. So right now we've got the temple path coming out for you. And this is not normally a card that I get out for your career and finance readings. But this is an indicator that you are on the right path. And I don't know if you can see this path, but it kind of like ends in this little swirly Q right down there. And if it was yellow, it would remind me of the Wizard of Oz path, right? It went round and round and then ended up in one spot. So this is the path you're on is leading you to your destination where you're meant to be. The lights that you see around here is the light of spirit helping guide your way to achieve your goals, achieve your dreams. This is one that shows you that you are on the right track. Now, it may not always feel like it every single day, especially if some of you are still going through some challenges, okay, or some obstacles. But the temple path is here to really guide you. And some of you are realizing it's interesting. I'm feeling that at least some of you are perhaps considering a spiritual endeavor as a career path. You may have experienced a spiritual awakening because the temple path with the sixth chakra that's coming out, this is your third eye chakra, all right? And this is opening for you. This is activated for you. The third eye is where we get our visions, is where we get that inspiration, if you will, to turn our visions into reality. But with the third eye chakra being activated and coming in with the temple path, again, it's a little bit of a odd energy for me to get when we're doing the career reading. But what this is really showing is that, for one, you are being guided on your journey to turn your visions of your future into reality. If you can dream it, you can create it. But for others of you, I feel in this energy, all right, this is an energy of expansion. Okay, this is a time of personal growth, a time to come into alignment with where you're meant to be and who you're meant to be, and the career path that you're meant to follow. A little bit of a calling, if you will. But again, some of you may be experiencing a spiritual awakening. We have a lot of that going on right now. All right. And whenever we have a big shift in the collective energy and a big spiritual awakening, it quite often comes with tumultuous energy and a little bit of a chaos as well. All right. And if you bother to watch the news, I stay away from most of it, but that's just me. I am informed, but I don't sit there glued to the news feed or anything like that. I find it quite depressing, actually, because no one ever reports on the good stuff, right? It's always the bad stuff. Anyway, but if you do watch some of the headlines around the world, there's a lot of topsy-turvy energy coming along, and that does accompany a spiritual awakening. But I feel at least some of you out there are awakening to your abilities, your creative talents, your sense of self, your sense of worth, your sense of belonging, your sense of direction. And some of you may have an inspiration to start on a spiritual journey. As far as a career path goes, you could be a healer, maybe a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse. You might be thinking of changing your career path, right? Answering your call, right? Some people have a calling in life, okay? And this might be the time where you're really realizing that. You may be a healer. You may be a light worker of some sort. Maybe you can help heal people's minds, all right? Their bodies, their soul, maybe even, all right? But you may be guided in a certain direction, and you may be feeling this massive pull and you're not entirely sure what it is. It might be worth exploring. All right. So really powerful energy. So we've got the Two of Matches, the Hanged Man, the Universe. I love that. Love that card. This deck has a few extra cards in it. It's got 4 extra cards, actually. The Universe is one of the big spiritual transformative ones. We've got the Knight of Buttons. That's the Knight of Pentacles. The 5 of Cups. The 2 of Needles, which is the 2 of Swords. The 5 of Buttons. The Empress. And we have Judgment. Whoa, baby. Okay. I just said answering the call. All right. Some of you are being called into action. You're being called into service. You're being called or drawn on a certain path. Very powerful energy coming in here for you guys. I don't always look at the bottom of the deck, and for some reason I just flipped it over, but we've got the Fool. So some new beginnings that are coming in here for you. All right. A new sense of self, new career path, new job, new everything. All right. But the Fool brings in not just new beginnings, but also brings in a little bit of a free spirit kind of energy. You might need to take a little bit of a leap of faith in something in the month ahead, whether this is, just a project, a change that you're looking to make. But the Fool is that leap of faith. It's knowing that you don't always need to know the destination, and you don't always need to know all of the details of what you are pursuing. Sometimes you need to just take that first step, and that opens up a world of opportunity for you. So I'll put that over there. Very interesting. So we do have a couple of 5s coming out here for you. All right. And 5s do represent obstacles and challenges. Okay. But they also provide alternate approaches and solutions. I always look for a solution. It's just the type of person that I am, and it is the type of reader that I tend to be. I'll tell it to you like it is, but then I'll help you find a way forward. All right. I'm a very solution-based person. So the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is an energy of feeling like something has been lost. Sometimes it comes in as an energy of focusing on what you don't have or what you haven't achieved, and ignoring the possibilities that are still around you. The 5 of Pentacles is the similar kind of energy, granted in a different way. The 5 of Cups is that emotional energy. It may be a creative energy as well. All right. You might be trying to create something, and you might have a little bit of a block. Okay. Obstacle. So you might be in this energy where you're feeling a little bit pessimistic. You may also be feeling a little bit of regret about something. Maybe something's just not quite going your way or hasn't gone your way. There may have been some losses involved here as well. All right. Not necessarily a total loss, although that is a possibility. Okay. But more of something not quite going the way that you had hoped it would go. All about that emotional energy that comes in with those 5s. But the Five of Cups shows us that yes, there may be 3 cups spilled over, but there's still opportunities for advancement or improvement in some way. But you may need to take a little bit more of a creative approach. You might need to focus on finding solutions and finding your way forward rather than focusing on the problem. Sometimes we're too close to the issue and we can't see the forest through the trees. That's where the Hangman comes in. Telling you to slow down, take a step back, and look at things from a different perspective. Let go of something that isn't working and focus on your goals, right? Shift your focus from the problem to the solution. And sometimes when our emotions are involved, it's a little bit difficult to do that, right? Sometimes it's like, oh, really? Okay, well, I don't know how I'm going to do that. All right, but there is a need here. The Hangman brings us in this energy to slow down, to help us look at all perspectives, all angles. And quite often that's where we find answers, solutions. That's where we find those light bulb moments. So if you're working on, let's say you're working on a creative endeavor, right? Maybe you've been put in charge of a project or something. Maybe you're, because people do all sorts of things for a living, right? But with the Knight of Buttons here, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups, so we've got creative energy, but we also have practical down-to-earth energy. Let's say you have a career path. Let's say you're a handyman or a carpenter, artist. You see where I'm going? Musician. All of those things. You might be feeling right now that, oh my God, am I on the right path? I don't know. This is hard, right? I'm making a little bit of money, right? And, I kind of love what I do, but at the same time, there's like this double-edged sword energy. So you might need to take a little bit more of a creative approach, or you might need to take a little bit more of a practical approach to your situation. Maybe you need to get a little bit crafty. That Hanged Man brings you in the enlightenment, the perspective to see your way forward, to overcome your problem or your obstacle, and to look at things in a little bit different of a light. It may also encourage you in that energy to try something a little bit different, because that Hanged Man sometimes comes in with a little bit of sacrifice. All right. But for sure is that energy of patience, taking that step back, taking a pause for the cause, if you will, allowing you to see the forest through the trees. So get past any emotional or mental blocks that may be standing in your way, because it does bring you in that perspective. It does bring you in that light bulb moment, that enlightenment, that epiphany moment, if you will, and that allows you to shift your energy into something way more positive, because we've got the Empress here as well, which is all about creativity, starting something new. Blossoming abundance comes in with the Empress card. This has you filled with love for what you do for yourself and for your career path. It's a beautiful, wonderful energy. So it's almost like here that some of you are really trying to make a go of something that isn't necessarily quite giving you the fulfillment that you're looking for yet. And you may need to look at things take a little bit more of a practical approach, look at things a little bit differently, or even release any kind of negative emotions that are associated with your task at hand. Now, for some of you, that could mean leaving your situation if you're called to do so. We do have you making some decisions, all right, with the Two of Needles, following your intuition, thinking about something, and then making a decision. We do have Judgment, that for some of you is letting something go, which of course is right beside Empress, which is in some cases bringing you in something new. Because really with the 2 5s here, okay, it's a temporary issue, temporary energy, especially when surrounded by the Empress, the Hanged Man, and Judgment. and the universe. We won't forget that one. We'll get to that one in a second. So this is really saying that, yes, you may be faced with some sort of challenge, some sort of obstacles, but there is a way forward. And that way forward lies within you, within your intuition, and may require you to look at things a little bit differently and take a little bit different of an approach, because the Empress is connected with nature, connected with Mother Earth, with Gaia, all right, and so is the Pentacles energy. So be committed to doing what you love, make a decision, okay, to do something a little bit differently. If you have lost an opportunity somewhere along the way, the Five of Cups can be a loss, as is the Five of Pentacles. All right, you may have had your heart set on something that you had a plan in place for a long time, the Two of Matches, all right, which is influencing the Knight of Pentacles. I'll get there in a minute. So you may be feeling as though there was a lost opportunity there, and you still got this energy around you, but with Judgment, okay, there may be a second chance for something. Maybe you were passed over for an interview, passed over for a promotion. Maybe there was a opportunity to work at another division or something like that. Maybe someone promised you a raise, and then you may have gotten a raise, but it might not have been enough, or it might not have been what you promised or what you were expecting. That's always fun. Been there, done that. I'm there now, actually. Awesome. So, but sometimes we can carry with us a little bit of negative energy around that as well. So there is a need with that Hanged Man to look at things a little bit differently in order to move forward. Because in your challenge zone down here is the Five of Buttons, the Five of Pentacles. Ouch. Okay. So there may have been something that you have been dealing with, that you still got the energy around you, where there was something that was lost. Whether this was an opportunity, you may have actually been in a situation where you needed to take a bit of a financial hit. Again, you could be on a career path right now where you're not making as much money as you wanted to, and it's got you feeling a little bit doubtful about your skills and your abilities. But the Five of Pentacles can sometimes also be about our values as well. Maybe your values are changing, right? Your energy is shifting. The things that you used to hold dear maybe no longer at the moment have as much interest for you. You may have been on the quest for money and leadership and power at one point, and now you might be like, you know what? I don't know if that's for me anymore. So this can have you like a little bit worried about the future. Okay, but this can be that shift of a dream or something, right? Looking at things a little bit differently, saying, no, you know what? I don't want this anymore. It's not for me. How do I change? What do I do different? How do I find something a little bit better? And it can be a little bit hard to overcome sometimes, all right? But there's always a possibility. And again, where we have the Five of Pentacles, just like the Five of Cups, it requires an alternate approach. Sometimes we need to ask for help somewhere along the way. Spiritual help from a person, maybe even, okay? Quite often this comes from within ourselves. The Five of Pentacles quite often is a lack mentality, all right? And if you're focused on your problems rather than your solutions, then what happens is you attract more problems, right? Wherever you put your energy is what you attract more of. And both with the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, all is not lost, all right? There's still, let's say you lost your job, all right? And you might be sitting there going, I got to start over again. Are you really starting over? Sure, you might need to find a new job, maybe even a new career path, but you're not starting over. You're starting from experience. Because these Five Pentacles that are right here making an appearance are showing you that you've got skills, you've got experience, you've got knowledge, and those are things that can't be taken away. So even if you have to rebuild something, even if you have to start over, You aren't starting from rock bottom. You aren't starting from 0. You are starting from this 5. It's like being halfway to your 10. So when we look at the glass half full instead of half empty, a world of opportunity all of a sudden opens up to us. Sometimes not the easiest thing to do, especially if you've been in this energy for a while. Okay. And, if that is you, right, there's something that you just need to look at a little bit differently. I mean, for some of you, this is a project that you're working on and you're just like stuck in a rut and you're like, I don't know. You might even need to go back to the drawing board, right? You might need to turf it all, toss it in the bin and try something a little bit different, right? I've been there. Been there a lot, actually. Okay. I do, every once in a while, I'm a procedural person quite often. I'm an Aquarius. So, I mean, yeah, anyway, but I like people to be on the same page. I like people to have all of the knowledge that they need to do their job, all of these kind of things, right? Put it down on paper so that there's always reference material there. And believe you me, I've been knee deep in something in a procedure, and then all of a sudden someone will change something, and I'm like, oh, for Christ's sakes. And then I got to toss it all in the bin. I got to start over from scratch, right? There's your loss right there, right? Hours and hours and hours spent on something. But hey, you know what? You're the one paying me, so fine, right? Still a little bit disappointing though. All right, but there's always a way out. There's always a way forward. There's always a solution. There's always a silver lining. And even this 5 of Cups, there's an upside down umbrella here to catch whatever has spilt out of those cups. A little safety net. Your 2 of Matches, all right, is really influencing you, all right, and influencing what is motivating you. Expansion, making progress, putting something in place. The Knight of Pentacles is one of commitment, patience, taking an opportunity, and being very committed and being very invested in what you do. So first we've got the planning, and then we have the execution. And the 2 of Matches is a patient energy. It's one of seeing your future and then getting ready to take action. The Knight of Pentacles is slow as molasses. All right. So is the Hangman energy. So you do have some slow energy coming in here. All right. But there's a reason for it. There's always a reason. So, but the Knight of Pentacles is opportunities to have a long-term commitment and investment in your goals. The ability to see something through to completion, if you will. And that's really motivating you. Attainment of your goals. So whether it's just something that you're working on, some project or something like that you've just kind of hit a brick wall. Again, the Empress energy, you might need to take a creative approach. The Hanged Man energy, you might need to take a little bit of a step back and look at something a little bit differently in order to move forward. Career path, jobs, right? You're looking for a job. Again, the same thing. You might need to expand your horizons a little bit. You might be pigeonholing yourself a little bit with both the 5 of Buttons and the 5 of Cups. And I think we've all been guilty of it if we're looking for a new job. Sometimes we're looking for something very specific. But, sometimes people like to get inventive when they put up job postings, and they might call something stupid, right? And it's like, why are you calling this job by this name? That has nothing to do with that. So there may be something that you need to expand your horizons on, maybe like loosen your filters on your job search function. All right. If you're doing like online job searching, maybe your search filters are a little bit too targeted and you need to loosen those up a little bit. And that will all of a sudden bring you in a flood of opportunities that you can't necessarily see right now. Right. That Empress energy is coming in here to bring abundance at your door, creative solutions at your door, new beginnings at your door, if that is you, a fresh new approach. Same with the Fool energy, something new on the horizon knocking at your door. But you need to trust yourself and have faith, all right, and take that first step and take that action, all right, like the Knight of Buttons, the Knight of Pentacles, figures out what he wants, 2 of Matches, and then takes that step forward. seizes the opportunity, if you will. All right. And that this may require long-term commitment to your goals. All right. Or you're looking for something you can really sink your teeth into for a long time. But you will be making some decisions. All right. Once you get the answers that you need, once you take a different approach, maybe you've got decisions to make. Trusting your intuition always. Okay. But the decisions that come with the Two of Swords energy, okay, difficult decisions sometimes, especially if you need to toss something in the bin, if you will, in order to move forward on a different path. But you're certainly making decisions. But you're guided. We have the universe, infinite growth and possibilities. This is your time to evolve, your time to shine, your time to follow your goals and dreams. Judgment card, that awakening energy, that epiphany. The epiphany comes in with the Hangman energy as well. Abundance, possibilities, right? Way, way better energy that is coming in here for you than you may have been previously dealing with. All right, the universe, the world is yours to explore. Endless possibilities. Judgment brings you the same. Judgment card, here's what the Judgment card does when it comes in. Guardian angel energy. It wipes the slate clean. Coming out of these difficult 5 energies, wiping that slate clean, helping you see things a little bit differently and helping you move forward. Getting rid of your fears, your doubts, your worries, helping you refocus your energies onto something a little bit better, helping you overcome your obstacles and attain what you are looking to achieve. Judgment card also, of course, is that spiritual awakening energy. The universe is there as well. All right. But the Judgment card is also sometimes the card of reconciliation and second chances. So again, if something has been lost, it may come around again. Because sometimes we lose something because we didn't take action on it. And this 5 of Cups energy can be giving yourself the proverbial kick in the pants and giving yourself that good old talking to that says, I knew I should have gone for that. I knew it. Now I've lost that opportunity. Well, maybe you weren't meant to have that opportunity. And maybe something better is coming along with the Judgment card. Something that's a little bit more in alignment with where you're meant to be. Or it could be that same opportunity coming back around because you're meant to have it. And maybe the timing wasn't right at the moment. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not the right time because we're not quite ready to make a change. And then here's Judgment coming in, bringing you in something brand new, something wonderful. So we certainly do have abundance coming in, especially with that Empress card and the universe. Okay, both working hand in hand to bring you exactly what you need when you need it, whether that's a flash of inspiration, whether that's the ability to look at something from a different perspective in order to find your way forward, find your way past an obstacle, or whether that's something brand new that you can really commit to for the long term and that brings you the prosperity that you deserve. But again, with the Fool energy, you might need to take a little bit of a leap of faith. You might need to believe in yourself. And instead of languishing and spending too much time making a decision, sometimes you just need to go for it. Go for the gold. But it also feels with the Fool energy here that there's something that is coming to completion for you. And then there's something new coming in. So again, if you're working on a project or something, you've hit an obstacle. Okay, I think you're going to find your way past your obstacle. And then you're ready for the next challenge. So I'm going to leave that there. Great energy coming in, coming back around. So let us close out your reading here. Actually, you know what? Not quite. Hang on. I'm going to clarify the Two of Needles. Need to see what you're deciding. I'm nosy. And of course, it leaves a kind of a little bit of a question mark. So I need to get rid of the question mark. Let's see. Clarify the Two of Needles, please. What is this decision? Thank you. The Nine of Wands. the Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. All right, so it's not going to give me exactly what you're deciding, okay? But it is bringing in clarity and a sense of purpose, truth, honesty, and decisions with that Queen of Swords. That Queen of Swords energy cuts to the chase, cuts out all the clack and the clutter, and really helps you take a logical, strategic approach to move yourself forward. So throw your emotions aside, all right, because that Queen of Swords energy cuts through any BS. Says, what are you getting all wishy-washy about? Just do this. All right. You want someone to tell you the truth. Queen of Swords will do that. So what this Queen of Swords energy does, okay, this could possibly be a person that comes in to give you some very bare bones advice. Queen of Swords is that type of person who is always very helpful, but always incredibly honest, bluntly honest sometimes. Doesn't mean any harm, all right, but will tell it to you like it is. You walk up to that Queen of Swords and say, do I look fat in these jeans? She'll be like, yeah. Doesn't mean anything by it. Just gives you the honest truth. So that could be a person that you end up dealing with that gives you a little bit of advice. Just be ready. Just be ready for the answer, okay? Because she's not going to sugarcoat nothing. But the Queen of Swords also can be used stepping into your own personal power, cutting through any kind of clack and clatter that is standing in your way. Helps you make a decision. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, another slow-moving energy. I mean, geez, okay? But the Seven of Pentacles has you taking an alternate approach and looking for alternate solutions. And if you look at these pentacles that are all in this bush, there's one lying on the ground that's really hard to see. So the Queen of Swords energy comes in to help you see things from a different angle, different perspective, and to expand your horizons, expand your opportunities, because sometimes it's what we don't see that is actually our way forward. Helps you move forward past something that has really been very much of a burden. The Nine of Wands here is that wounded warrior energy, right? And I can see from your fives here that some of you have been going through quite the hard time. Some of you is just a temporary obstacle, a temporary delay. Others of you, it's been dragging on for quite a while, all right? But the Queen of Swords is helping you move past all of that. So way more positive for you guys. All right. Let's get a couple of magic cards here. All right, making magic. Let's see. What else does Leo need to know here? So we do have two fives. All right. As we said, fives, fives, fives. All right. Now, of course, as I already said, the fives represent obstacles and challenges, but they also represent change. Big change. So I feel there's some really big positive changes on the horizon for you here. All right. And whenever we have a five, it is change. Double fives, though, double whammy. So look up the spiritual and angel meaning of number 55. You might also want to look up 1212. The Hangman is number 12, and the Temple Path is also number 12. So 1212, but those 12s reduced to 3s. So what do we have? 3, 3, and 3 with the Empress. 3s are all about expansion and creativity. So look up 333, 55, and 1212. Spiritual meaning and angel meaning. All right, there will be some really interesting messages for you in there, okay? Sometimes they come out with more than one association meaning. There will be something in there for you, though. Something that will resonate big time. So I'm going to pull the power of 3 for you. Fairy magic. Look at that. I love that one. There's your power symbol. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. And who is really connected with nature and the elementals is the Empress. Triple moon. Yes, I love the triple moon. Embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. Okay. And achievement. Yes. Win the award, accolade, or contract. All right. Believe that you can achieve whatever you set your heart on. I'll leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something in this reading that resonated with you in some way. All right. We do have some obstacles, but we also have way forward. All right. So if there was, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great month, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.